have a soundtrack to a movie that doesn't exist, this thing lends itself to like being written into a short story or maybe a couple issue comic book series. Would you guys ever think about that? Is that ever a thought where you take this actual property and move it past the musical and actually come up with more story for it?
I mean, we both love Friday the 13th, so there is a very strong possibility that the Sacrifice Hunter Goes to Hell could come out, or maybe the Sacrifice Hunter in Space. I mean, all those things are all those things are possible. They're on the table.
Okay. All right.
Just like we gotta make everybody's gotta make a space out.
I want to ask you a question. We talked about this a little bit off air. What is the genesis of the name?
Oh, so I grew up in a time period where everything you did was evil. Like, my parents thought if you played Dungeons and Dragons, you were going to get into Satan and stuff. And so I was just, like, around the Satanic Panic stuff. Like, I knew about it, and I knew what it was. And it, like, anytime I heard that something was bad, I wanted to rent it.
Okay.
I wanted to listen to it. So, like, you know, heavy metal music and you know, horror movies and stuff like that. So I was just, I mean, I love reading about serial killers and things like that. So it just kind of, it was just an obsession of mine. Like, I've always been a horror movie person.
But you told us in particular the 81.
The 81 is the most violent year on record in New York. All you hear about is, like, it was like a war zone, and it was really, really dangerous place to live. My dad used to tell me that he used to never go in there. Because it was just so scary that you were gonna get robbed.
You guys are kind of getting out there. You got directors mentioning you. You're getting reviewed in magazines. You're on Amazon Music.
Yeah. It's it's been a lot of hard work, but we've gotten a ton of support, not only from our families. Like, Bruce and I are both married. We both have kids, and they haven't left us yet.
Yeah.
My parents have hated every piece of music I've ever done up until this. They've hated it. They've said they've been quote unquote supportive, but they're like
there.
Well, I mean, I guess you kind of got to understand it with, like, being like into hardcore and punk. Yeah. Their generation is probably a little bit different.
They're lame, yeah. but no, they're
Lightfoot.
My dad actually printed out those posters that we were giving away at Connecticut Cult Classics.
Yes.
My dad made those.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so he's super. He's like, he called it a favor. It's a Jersey thing. I'm gonna call it a favor.
I'm gonna call it a favor for you.
But yeah, and obviously, you know, we've gotten support, like, you know, through you guys, and Larry has been just exceptional.
Yeah.
So we've been just really, really lucky that you know, it's my 30s now and finally making music that's resonating with a few people.
So guys, what do we have coming up in the next couple of weeks? Anything else? I mean, I know you guys just recently did a single, right, for Pet Sematary?
Yeah, we did a single for Halloween. We were just so stoked that we had at that point, like I said, sold out of copies. At least we sold out, like, we don't have anymore.
Right.
That we were like, well, we want to do something cool for Halloween, so we have an original song called Flight of the Vampire Bats, and then we did, we're both huge Ramones fans, and obviously big Pet Sematary fans, so it just made sense that to do that cover, and we got Nathan from Boy Sets Fire to sing it, which is like a thrill for me, because I've always, growing up, I loved Boy Sets Fire, and I just hit him up on Facebook, and I was like, would you be interested in doing this? And he's like, oh yeah, of course I'll do this. This is great. I love this.
That's awesome.
So hopefully we do a couple more of those down the line.
Like famous songs from like horror movies?
Like Goodbye Horses, I think, is on the table from Silence of the Lambs. That would be
fun. That scene, yeah.
And then there's that one Alice Cooper song.
Oh, The Man Behind the Mask.
Yeah, right? Yeah. That's what. Which one is that one in? I forget.
It's I can't.
It's not Jason Was It Manhattan. Jason.
No, it's before that.
Yeah.
It's before that.
So there's that one, and Stigmata Martyr was another one I wanted to do, because I love Night of the Demon. I guess our social media handles are at SatanicPanic813 for both Instagram and for Twitter. We're just getting back into Twitter now, and it was all prompted by the director, Joe Lynch, because he tweeted about us.
Oh, really?
And Bruce and I are like huge Wrong Turn fans.
Okay, yeah.
Especially, and he did the second one, which is the best one, because it's got Henry Rollins in it. So I was like sitting on the couch and I just see this alert come on my phone, and I like yell to my wife. I'm like, "Oh my god!"